So it's been quite the week, and I think that we are all in the mood for some joy and gratitude. The booktube community joy and gratitude tag, which I thought would be a great time to do this here now that it's November. This tag's been around a while and I haven't had a chance to do it, but it works for November, and it also works after this rough week we've just all had. This one was created by Pat at Book Chat with Pat in celebration of her 2,000 subscribers. I think that's what it was. I have been tagged by her, and also by Ellen, and also by Stuart, and also by Mary Andrea, and also by probably somebody else that I have forgotten, but I think those are the 4 that I am aware of anyway. This is a tag that has been going around the booktube community for quite some time now, and I am just now getting a chance to do it, like I said. So let's just jump right in and see how we do here. The first one is joy. Name an author whose books bring you joy, or discuss a specific book that made you feel joyful. So I scrolled through my Goodreads lists of books I've read recently, and I am surprised to find out that most of the books I've read this year have been sort of sad books. And while they bring me joy in the reading of them, joy in the appreciation for the writing and all that, most of the books I've read lately have just kind of made me feel burdened, I guess, not necessarily joyful. So I am falling back on my familiar answer, which I think a lot of you know, and that is the fun YA rom-com books. Those books bring me joy. I know some people probably get annoyed by these books. They can't stand the angst. They don't relate, lots of things, but for whatever reason, this genre and that kind of a book are the ones that bring me joy. Now, I've talked about my favorite author of these kinds of books many times. That's Casey West. This is the most recent one that I have read by her, called Borrow My Heart. And I'm sure I'm behind again because she's putting these out about once a year. And just these fun YA fluff romance stories. And this one is a cute one about a girl who works at a pet store. And I think she starts pretending that she's this guy's girlfriend. The fake boyfriend, girlfriend trope. Yeah. Sometimes I get these stories all mixed up because they're all very similar, which is maybe something that some people don't like about these kinds of stories, but that doesn't bother me. They bring me joy. They bring me joy. I'm hoping to do an author highlight on her soon. She's up on the top of the list if I ever get that thing going. Oh, I don't know why I'm struggling so bad with that idea. Second part of this one is discuss something about booktube that you find joyful. So as we've all been saying, the connections we make here on booktube is what we do it for, what brings us joy, and also just being able to talk about books with someone. For me, that's the joyful thing too, because a lot of times we're doing this because people in our real lives don't want to hear us going on and on about books all the time. Thankfully, I have my book club where I get to do that, but it's fun to be able to come on here and talk about books. That's what brings me joy. Now we move on to friendship. Discuss a book that focuses primarily on friendship. So I was remembering about this book because of another tag that made me think of it for some reason, and that is The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashears. I'm not sure how to say her last name. Anyway, I think most people are familiar with this one because it was made into a popular TV show or a movie. I can't remember either. Anyway, it was made into something that we watched, and it was really amazing. And I remember loving this book. It's been a long time since I read it, but definitely a book about friendships for friends who find this magical pair of pants, and they share the pants, and crazy things happen when it's their turn to have pants. And it's just a fun premise, and really, really, really highlights the friendship aspect. The next one is laughter. Discuss an author or a specific book that makes you laugh. So I picked this one. This is one from a blast from my past too. It's Coop by Michael Perry, nonfiction. A family, a farm, and the pursuit of one good egg. This guy is really funny, and I remember just laughing through this entire book and just loving the stories and the silliness and the craziness and the fun times, and very poignant and heartwarming and all the good things in this book. But yeah, like it's been a while since I read it, but I just remember laughing out loud, probably more than any other book I've read when I read this book. Community. Discuss a book where the idea of community is important. So I feel like I'm copying Ellen when I think she said this book also, Bear Town by Frederick Bachman. Yes, I'm sorry if I'm copying you, Ellen, but this book's kind of in my mind right now too. And talk about a book where the community is the character. That's this. The community is so huge and important in this book, and I'm sure the rest of the series. Ellen, I know, is doing the other 2 books for her book club, and I plan to read along with. So I'm hoping to get to the next book really soon. But yeah, community is a huge player in the whole plot and feel of this story. Discuss a communal reading experience that you have had. So this year I did do a read along for Fairy Tale. That was way back in March. I haven't done anything else since then, at least that I have hosted and made happen. That was really fun, and hopefully I can think of another one that I want to do. I feel like I am usually participating in some sort of communal reading thing. My in real life book club is a huge part of my life, which you have maybe gathered by how much I talk about it. So that's a communal reading experience. And on booktube, I participate in some of the bigger challenges. This year I did Big Book Summer, and I usually do the Asian Readathon in May. Those things are fun, communal booktube events. But I just thought I would highlight this one because that's the one that I hosted way back in March, and hopefully I will figure out another one to do this coming year. And last, we are with gratitude. Which is to tag others to spread the sense of joy and gratitude. So I decided not to tag anyone specifically again on this one. If you haven't been tagged yet and you're seeing it all around everywhere, then please, it's your turn. We're a little behind, I think, but we can do it all through November. I feel like it completely goes with the theme of the season. So if you haven't done it yet, or you haven't been tagged yet, then go for it. Thank you to those who have tagged me, and thanks to Pat for creating this one and making us think about happy things. We need happy things. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, happy reading. Bye.